And in Ravel's glen there lives a man whom some would call a god. For he could cure your shakes, and a bottle of a stuff it cost you 30 bob. Come winter, summer, frost all over, a jig in spring in the breeze.
When we think of songs by the legendary Bobby Sands, one often immediately comes to mind. Back Home in Derry. But there's another song, quirky, bold, and steeped in Irish wit and rebellion, that tells a very different kind of story. It's called McIlhatton. And here's the kicker. This song isn't just a whimsical folktale. Thanks to a photo and a comment buried deep in a Reddit thread, we can now put a face to the name. A flesh and blood poitín maker from County Antrim, someone's great uncle no less, who captured the imagination of Bobby Sands and became the subject of this wild and wonderful ballad. Stay with me, because this story adds a surprisingly personal and relatable layer to Sands' work that many listeners might have missed before. First, for those who might be less familiar, let's quickly remember who Bobby Sands was. Born in Dunmurry, Northern Ireland in 1954, he became a central figure in Irish Republican history. Sands was a member of the Provisional Irish Republican Army. His life, though tragically short, left an indelible mark. He was arrested for firearms possession and sentenced to 14 years. While imprisoned at HM Prison Maze, he became the leader of the 1981 hunger strike, a desperate protest against the removal of special category status for Republican prisoners who wished to be recognised as political prisoners, not criminals. During this hunger strike, in a remarkable turn of events, Sands was elected as a Member of Parliament for Fermanagh and South Tyrone, without ever taking his seat. He died after 66 days on hunger strike, aged just 27 years old. Sands was not only a political figure, but he was also a writer. From his prison cell, he penned letters, articles, and even a prison diary. Crucial for our discussion today, he also wrote the lyrics for several songs, including both Back Home in Derry and, of course, McIlhatton. These writings served as a vital form of expression and resistance from within the prison walls. Now let's turn our attention to McIlhatton. Was it written in prison? The sources confirm it was. It's listed among his published works and writings on the Bobby Sands Trust website, alongside his prison diary. In fact, one online conversation mentions the song being specifically taken from the H-Blocks and introduced to Christy Moore. Christy Moore, the acclaimed Irish folk singer, later recorded and popularised the song on albums like Ride On in 1984 and Live at Vicar Street in 2002. So what inspired the song? The lyrics themselves introduce us to a captivating character. The song is about a fiddler named Micky McIlhatton, who was sent to Crumlin Road Jail for making poitín. For those who might be unfamiliar, poitín is a traditional, potent Irish illicit spirit, often made in secret stills. It's a drink deeply intertwined with Irish history and defiance against authority. It also has the potential to knock you off your feet. The revelation about the song's inspiration gains a remarkable real-life connection thanks to a fascinating Reddit post. A user shared a photo proudly stating it was their great-uncle Micky McIlhatton, famous poitín maker, and confirming that Bobby Sands wrote a song about him, made famous by Christy Moore. This Micky McIlhatton hailed from Glenravel, County Antrim, and according to Christy Moore, Micky was as well known in the area as the likes of Brendan Behan was in Dublin. The Reddit post also adds that this legendary County Donegal poitín maker had a very clever trick for hiding his stash. He would put the bottles of clear liquid upside down in a stream, making them hard for the authorities to spot. The photo of him here really captures the feel of old rural Ireland. Knowing this context, let's delve a little bit into the lyrics themselves. Sands paints a vivid and often humorous picture of McIlhatton. The song opens by describing him as almost mythical.
And in Ravel's glen there lives a man whom some would call a god. For he could cure your shakes, and a bottle of a stuff it cost you 30 bob.
This opening immediately sets a tone of reverence, but it's tinged with a playful acknowledgement of his cure being strong drink. The chorus then rings out a heartfelt and slightly desperate plea.
McIlhatton, you blurt, we need you. Here are your million shaking men. Where are your sacks of barley? Will your legs be seen again?
The line about a million shaken men here likely refers to one of two things. People wanting a drink to calm their nerves, or even alcohol, as some of us know if you've had a few too many, you might have the shakes the next day. So it's probably just a playful way of simply saying, I need a drink. It shows just how much the community relied on McIlhatton's powerful brew back then. Of course, all in good fun, but alcohol is best enjoyed in moderation. Sands masterfully weaves in elements of Irish folklore and whimsical humour.
There's a wisp of smoke to the south of the glen, and the Poitín is on the air. The birds in the burrows and the rabbits in the sky, and the drunkards everywhere.
This creates a wonderfully chaotic image, suggesting that McIlhatton's activities are so pervasive, even nature itself is under their influence, and everywhere you look there's merriment or perhaps just widespread inebriation. Moving towards the end of the song touches on the constant cat and mouse game with the authorities.
He has 1,000,000 gallons of wash and the peelers around the glen, but they'll never catch that hackler, 'cause he's not coming home again.
Peelers is an old term for police, and hackler potentially refers to someone who hacks or works hard, often at a rough trade. The line suggests that McIlhatton's cunning, even as it hints at his eventual capture or disappearance. This song, with its celebration of an outlaw figure, taps into a long tradition of Irish cultural resistance. In the context of Bobby Sands, an IRA member who died campaigning for political prisoner status, celebrating a poitín maker reflects a deep-seated local defiance against external authority and a celebration of community solidarity. It's a subtle but powerful echo of the larger struggle of self-determination that Sands was engaged in, showing that even in prison his spirit was connected to the everyday acts of resistance and the colourful characters of his homeland. The fact that McIlhatton is about a real person, a great uncle, whose photo was shared online, gives the song an incredibly powerful real-life connection. It transforms it from a general folk tune into a personal tribute, a snapshot of a specific time and place in rural Ireland. It reminds us how Bobby Sands, even in the harsh isolation of prison, was deeply rooted in the lives and stories of his people. So the next time you hear Christy Moore sing McIlhatton, or somebody else for that matter, I hope you listen with a newfound understanding. It's more than just a catchy tune about a crafty fiddler. It's a great example of how a song can capture a real person, a moment in time, and a bigger story about community and defiance. It's one of those rare tracks that becomes even more meaningful the more you learn about it. Thanks a million for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Hit that subscribe button as well. And leave a comment sharing your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. And check out the description below as well for links to our Discord community, the shop, and a few extra links in there for more reading. A big thank you to our continued members. Here's your names on screen. We've also had a new member join last week, so thanks a million and welcome, Caroline. If you'd like to join them and support more videos like this, just hit the join button below for a few extra perks. Anyway, that's enough from myself. As always, thanks again for tuning in. Hope you all have a great day. Slán go fóill. Cheers.